I didn't see his film last year. After seeing it on DVD off Netflix, I'm so pissed I didn't see it. That was an awkward opening, but the film I'm talking about that I didn't see last year was Top 5. Written, directed by, and starring Chris Rock. Also starring Rosario Dawson, Gabrielle Union, Cedric the Entertainer, J.B. Smoove, Tracy Morgan, Kevin Hart, Anders Holm, Jay Farrow, Michael Shea, Sherry Shepard, Leslie Jones. And, yeah. It's the third film he's directed, and I think also written. I think I don't know. I never saw the other films he's directed. I heard they're not that good anyway, so why should I watch them? I don't like that. Hey, Fanboy Flicks, we might have some selections for you. Now, this film is about a man named Andre Allen who is a star of comedy films called Hammy the Bear. You can see this, I guess there's some elements of satire in there, right? But it's about this guy named Andre Allen who is a comedian and a star, and he's trying to be more serious. He's trying to promote a serious film, but unfortunately, and he also just doesn't really seem to be really funny anymore. He just doesn't find himself to really harness the comedy that he used to do, like used to be to really be funny. He doesn't really feel funny anymore, and this takes place over the course of one night, of like one day, where he is trying to deal with the fact that he's getting married to this reality star. Yeah, we all know how that goes. And also he's doing this interview with this journalist played by Rosario Dawson. And throughout the day, she interviews him, telling him about something, asking him questions, and we learn some things about him. And also, we do see some interesting turns. I don't know, that may be putting a little too much emphasis on that, maybe making it a little bit too, but there are some some events that happen, and yeah. Now, this film came out last year in 2014, and it was playing in Silverado when it was open, but I never got to see it, which really pissed me off because it got really good reviews. But luckily, it came out on DVD, I got to watch it. And let me tell you, this was one of the best comedies that came out in 2014. This movie was really good. See, the one thing about this film that it really does well is really just how it portrays the Hollywood lifestyle. It kind of satirizes it. But also, one thing I can say, hold on a minute, is that it also really kind of gives us insight into this Hollywood star who just doesn't seem to really love that lifestyle. He just he just doesn't feel the same, and it's just you see a guy who just really isn't that too pleased with his life, knowing the fact that the Times loves to hate on him. He knows about a guy named James Nielsen who just loves to hate on his movies, and he tries to promote a serious movie. But the thing is, though, is that they ask questions about other stuff that's more popular, such as Hammy the Bear. Like, he did 3 Hammy the Bears. And, of course, there's going to be a Hammy the Bear 4. And they also like to cover this wedding a lot. One thing I like to say is there is a bit of elements of satire there. And actually, interesting thing, he was writing the script for this while making Grown Ups 2. That's completely ironic because that movie was absolute dog shit. And this is a good movie. And actually, if it wasn't for Louis C.K., he would not have made this film. Louis C.K. and Chris Rock are buddies, and that's kind of nice. And also, Louis C.K. has written some scripts for some of Chris Rock's movies, and also Rock guest starred on the show Louie, which I absolutely love, because who doesn't love that show? It's absolutely hysterical. But yeah, that's proof that they're buddies, and they seem to really, really close. And also, this really proves how good the relationship is. And in fact, CK just motivated him to get that show done, to write the movie, and make it. And let me tell you, this is the best film he's directed. And I guess probably everyone will say that. What makes it, and not only how I portray, but it also digs deep into some themes such as celebrity and the media at times. And such as like how we perceive Hollywood, like certain Hollywood stars and the Hollywood lifestyle. I like that. But also one thing I can say is it's kind of interesting how you get to know about this character. So you look at some flashbacks of him, and it's pretty cool. You even learn some flashbacks about Rosario Dawson. These two have great chemistry together, and they're just really entertaining to watch. There's also a lot of great jokes. This movie's incredibly funny. I was laughing my ass. I was laughing so much, and there actually were two scenes that were absolutely hysterical. They were absolutely hilarious. I love that shit. And there's also a couple scenes where I may have also laughed out loud too, or maybe just found myself really funny. There are a couple of scenes that actually were more than just two scenes, but there were two scenes that really stood out to me as absolutely hysterical. Some that just made me laugh my ass off a lot. And I think there's a difference between laughing hysterically, laughing your ass off. Probably not. Comment below your opinion on that. But they're funny as hell. The performances in this movie are actually pretty good. I do like Chris Rock and Rosario Dawson. And actually, Chris Rock actually shows a bit of a serious side to him, which also kind of connects to the fact that he's trying to promote this drama. And it's kind of cool. There's even some hidden laughs in this movie, such as, there's actually some hidden laughs. Like, people say, when someone approaches you and they didn't really like the movie, they say it's interesting. And actually, there's actually a banner. You may see something like that in a movie. I may spoil a bit of that joke for you, but hopefully you may see it. I actually saw it I actually looked at it, I watched it again a second time, and I saw it. It was actually pretty funny. It is a pretty funny movie. It is entertaining as hell. Now, one thing I do like about this movie is it's really entertaining. I especially like some of the cameos from some of these characters. Like some people. There's also even cameos from Adam Sandler, Jerry Seinfeld, and Whoopi Goldberg. And that is when Alan's in a strip club. And actually, they play as themselves. And those guys are actually pretty funny. And actually, Adam Sandler is better than really any of his movies. That's right. Even Happy Gilmore. I didn't see Rain Over Me? No. I haven't seen Punch Drunk Love yet. Ow. I am really sick. I should fall asleep. But one thing I can say, though, those are actually funny. And there were some funny moments from them, or some moments from them, those characters. But it is a really entertaining film. But also, one of my favorite scenes is whenever he and Rosario Dawson's, when Alan, I don't look up Rosario, what her name is. Rosario Dawson plays Chelsea Brown. They meet his group of friends, and a few of them consist of Tracy Morgan and Leslie Jones, and they are the standouts in that family. Leslie Jones is especially my favorite in all of them, because she is so over the top and crazy, but she is absolutely funny. You just ate apple pie, you fat motherfucker. And there are a couple black jokes in there. There actually are a couple jokes uses the N-word. It's funny as hell. There's also some other people in there that are funny. This movie, it really is funny. It's really well done. Tracy Morgan has some funny moments, and also it's also his driver. Also they drive around in a nice car, and his agent is not really his agent. Wait, let me see. I gotta look it up. His security guard assistant, J.B. Smoove. He has some absolutely funny movies. He has some funny moments. He said, "Have you ever seen Oprah talk drunk? She's hysterical." I didn't really execute it the way I wanted to, but if you see the movie and you see that joke, it's actually kind of funny. She also has some funny moments for himself. Tracy Morgan also has got funny times, but also there's even one small cameo from Kevin Hart. And although I would have liked to see a little bit more of him, I do think it was pretty funny. It really was really funny, but yeah. It's a really entertaining. Kevin Hart did have some funny moments. People said, "Benson's coming from these white people don't tell me shit." You may not have heard me, but You may see that in the movie. I saw a bit of clip online, and they censored out the word, which really makes me. These white people don't tell me shit. Yeah, that may be better for you, but whatever. Kevin Hart, I never seen a lot of his stand up. I did see one of his stand up, and he is pretty funny. I even saw I even heard him on Comedy Central Radio. He was pretty funny, really funny. Actually, he's hilarious. I wish some of his movies were. He did have a cool cameo in For Your Virgin. Don't get me wrong. Still haven't seen Trainwreck. There's even Romany Malco in this movie, and he has some of his moments too. Gabrielle Union's Erica Long. You see, she kind of, see, oh my god, she's so, she's almost like, oh, she's perfect. Then there's even a while into the movie where you actually realize the dark side of her, and you realize, okay, she's just like any other reality star, especially Kardashians. Fuck them. A loser with no talent, no qualities, basically a throwaway person. Also, she's a bit of a dick. Well, a bit of a whore. Actually, there's actually one scene you think shit, she's a whore. If you guys are that sensitive, okay, first off, it's meant to be funny, and you guys, it's kind of funny when you make fun of the fact that, oh, she's a whore. And really, would you think that's so sensitive? No, in fact, it's a reality star who has virtually no real qualities, or that, oh my god, she's a reality star, she has her own show. Who cares? I don't give a shit about reality shows. Who does? Some people in my family do. It makes me sick. Why do they watch that shit? It doesn't matter. Ow. But whatever. Yeah. So yeah. There's even I think it's two flashbacks in this movie. One involving Chris Rock, and there's even Cedric the Entertainer. And there's actually a scene that is both disgusting and hilarious. I absolutely was dying laughing. Cedric the Entertainer especially was one of the funniest characters in the movie, because he's just so over the top and crazy. He loves to talk, weed, drink, syrup. You want some syrup? You want some of this syrup? Weed, drink. I actually don't even know if I actually got the line right. Look it up online, or find a trailer, or maybe find a clip online, or watch it yourself. You'll probably find it. I gotta return that thing. I had it for over a month because I went to New Jersey for a while. It was nice to brought with me. I'll give myself that. I actually got to watch it twice. Sorry if this grosses you out. Still sick, guys. I can breathe better. I still have a fucking headache. I should take aspirin. Ow. But yeah, she's cool. Yeah, she's really cool. But you also, there's even some unexpected moments that are really surprising. But also, there's usually a thing that's more of a thing that derails comedies, and that is the fact that they become more serious in the third act. This one does. Well, there is still some comedy in there. There is some drama in there, and actually, it's well done. I have to give Rock credit for that. There's actually one scene from, I think, maybe a singer, a rapper. There's actually one scene where yo, shut the fuck up. I'm expressing myself over here. It's better when he says it, because he has that right, because this delivery. The delivery sells it. Yeah, better. He sells it with that delivery. Seriously. Come on, it's so fucking funny. One thing I could say about this movie is, do not watch it with people who are, no doubt it's rated R, so never show a young kid this, because this might just, oh god, this might traumatize the rest of their life. But one thing I could say about this movie is that it is very raunchy at times, and it really shocks, it's very risque at times. I actually was a little surprised. I'll give myself credit. I give credit for that, because even if it was disgusting at times, sold. And the raunchiness does make for some cool comedic flavor. Another flashback of this movie is from involving Rosario Dawson and an ex-boyfriend. There was one scene that was both sick, but at the same time incredibly hysterical. I was absolutely laughing. It was so damn funny. And there's even hints of a romance in this movie. Well, yeah. Luckily, that doesn't happen. I'm sick of romances being in movies. I just think it's stupid. This one is done a lot, and even if it was, it probably would have been executed very well because it's a good script. Yay! It's actually pretty smart, involving like how it explores the Hollywood lifestyle and like the insight of a movie star who's not that happy with his life and wants to do something else with his life. There are a couple of funny scenes involving like a fact where he's doing interviews for radio and shit. It's pretty entertaining to watch. This is really entertaining to watch. I mean, I really miss stuff like this. Why can't comedies be like this? More smart and actually funny. Why do we get shit like Happy fucking Madison? And why don't some of these comedy stars really start proving their talent? Now I know Louis C.K. I think did direct like a theatrical film, but I don't think it went well. I'd like to see him actually direct an actual film, like write and direct one, because with Louis, he really has talent. I mean, like, this guy's a talented writer. He's absolutely hilarious. I'm thinking, hey, he can make an independent film. Chris Rock did it. Why can't he? Seriously, I'd like to see Louis C.K. make a film like that. I mean, I think all of us want to do it, because, I mean, Louis C.K. is fucking hilarious. But yeah, whatever. We'll get that one day. Now, one thing I could say about this film that might be a criticism is that some of these characters, not all of them have their moments. Like, I smell the fucking king! That's from Leslie Jones. She is so funny. Like, she's kind of cynical, hypocritical, or just be flat out mean. That bitch don't like me. Seriously, if you see her scenes in the movie, you'll absolutely be losing it laughing, because it is absolutely funny. I mean, there's nothing else to say about that. That is one thing I could say about it, is that it is very funny. If there's any criticisms, I think I would have liked more Kevin Hart, and I do think that some of these characters don't really have much of a don't really stand out to me, I guess. I mean, none of it doubt they do have their moments, but I do think that my biggest issue with that is that sometimes they're not getting enough screen time, and I would like to see a little bit more, though, because, I mean, I would kind of like that. I don't know. I'm kind of torn between a 4.5 or a 5 out of 5. Now, I'm 5 out of 5 may be a little too nice. But I do think a 4.5 is a little bit too harsh. So it's really more in between, like a 4.75 out of 5, really. That's really what it is. Yeah, 4.75 out of 5. That'd be more really the rating I give this film, because there are some things that make it better than a 4.5, but not good enough to be a 5. That's what I give it. But if you're gonna do anything about it, I might just give it a 5 out of 5. Who gives a shit? It's my opinion. And I think it's that good. It's a really entertaining film. There's also some surprising, good, well-executed drama. It's incredibly funny. The cast is great. Great chemistry between Chris Rock and Rosario Dawson. And they're just fun characters. And I also do like its elements of satire in there. I do think maybe who knows, maybe he took some inspiration from Louis. Or maybe it's just, his brand of comedy. Maybe Louis C.K. and Chris Rock share a brand of comedy. Or maybe Louis C.K. may give him ideas. I don't know. But who knows? I did like this film a lot, and I really recommend you go see it. Rent it and watch it. You'll have a fun time with it, especially if you're a fan of Chris Rock. You might compare this to his best stand-up. I have not seen his stand-up, which is really sad. But anyways, guys, my review for Top 5. Comment below. Did you see it? What'd you think about it? Would you like to see Chris Rock direct another film? Would you like to see Louis C.K. direct another film? Would you like to see them collaborate together on a film? Like, do a good collaboration, I guess? Another one? Another collaboration? But a good one? A really good one? Comment below and subscribe to my channel for more videos.